Giannis, pull up three. Sure.
Not a very hospitable welcome
No.
from Giannis and the Bucks.
He was just 1 of 5 from out there, but you got to love the comfort level. Tyler Johnson misses. Giannis versus, I think, the entire Suns organization on that play. The Van Arsdales were victimized. Here's Devin Booker with the pull-up jumper. These kids are scrambling to look up Van Arsdale. Booker went for 22. Off the miss here, Bucks on the run. Chris Middleton, that's a good lead. And it's a 15-point Bucks lead at the half. Third quarter, more of the same. If you leave Giannis, he's going to dunk on you.
I might want to mention that to somebody from the Suns. That 34 is pretty good for Milwaukee. You might want to guard him.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Google him. Middleton behind the back, knocks down the jumper there as well. He goes for 25 on the afternoon. And then Middleton, 3 plus 1 is 4. Not sure if he actually got fouled, but they'll take the 4-point play nonetheless, and they'll take the 21-point win. So they've now won 10 of 11. This was their 16th win of the season by 20 or more. That is most in the NBA. They're also 6-0 against the Pacific Division specifically. 12th time Giannis has gone for 30 and 15 in a game. Here's Brooke Lopez.
Brooke, 9 blocks, a new career high every single day. Your teammates are praising you for the work that you're doing down low defensively. How much have you embraced the job of deterring the league's greatest scorers from wanting to go in that restricted area?
We've just taken pride in doing that as a team, and we all depend on each other, and we just want to continue to get better each and every night.
Okay, so speaking of your teammates, let's go to the third quarter. That play right about here, you set a screen for Chris Middleton. He decides to refuse it, arguably breaks some ankles. How glad are you that he's on your team?
He's just been so phenomenal, and I am glad he's on my team because if I were guarding him, I definitely would have ended up like his defender tonight.
Brooke Lopez has just changed his game as much as any player I can think of in the last 10, 15 years. 9 blocks? It wasn't him before.
He used to get knocked for not being a good rebounder and shot blocker.
Right. No one is happier for the arrival of February than James Harden, who had a tough start to 2020, to say the least. He shot just under 36% for the entire month, 27% from three-point range, and still managed to average nearly 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6.5 assists a game. Rockets win 7-7 for the month of January. Deshaun Watson taken in.
No Super Bowl for him.
No Super Bowl for him? No. You can watch it at home.
Not even as a spectator.
He just doesn't get to play in it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, got to take in some good basketball. Got a good look at the number 1 overall pick in his first visit to Houston. You'll see more from Zion in a moment. James Harden, looking more like himself, came back to us a little bit on Friday, and you see the comfort level there. Not that he stopped shooting, but looks better when it goes in. He had 26 at the half.
That's the James Harden we've all come to know and love.
Williamson, layup and 1. You see the strength. He had 15 and 7 at the break. Third quarter, Brandon Ingram.
All-star Brandon Ingram.
Ooh, brings it down, lays it back up. And then Derek Favors with the handoff to Ingram for 3 and 1. Zion. Great spin move and finish with the left hand. It's amazing the numbers he's putting up without offense really being run for him.
All the concerns we had about Zion going into his debut, Matt, have been washed away with these performances. Night after night, he just keeps getting better.
Houston pulls away, though. You saw Harden with the Euro step, and then Daniel House Jr. with a corner 3. Houston wins it 117 to 109. They were just 16 of 51 from three-point range, but Harden gets 11 of his 40 in the fourth quarter, and Houston will take the win.
That's a young team that's been fighting. You guys were in a fight tonight with them. What did you do to close this one out?
They play at a very, very high pace, very fast, trying to get up a lot of threes. Obviously, they got talent over there, their guard play, and they're big. But we just want to keep up with them, make sure we keep a body on their bigs, contain the dribble penetration, and just offensively do what we do.
What were your impressions of young Zion?
Beast. He's going to be really good, but it's only like his 10th game playing. He has a feel for the game. Obviously, he's strong, so he's going to be great.
You guys had a bit of a tough road trip. You've been a little up and down. You've had some injuries to deal with. What do you guys need to do to get some consistency going, James?
Just be healthy, and continue to keep our good spirit up. We'll be all right. You know, we had a rough first half of the season. Now we can finish these games all before the break and come back with some events.
You've played with Russ for so long. Where is the chemistry with him and you and this team right now?
It's not where we want it to be right now, but I think that's a good thing, you know, because when we hit our stride, it's going to be pretty scary. We're still trying to find it, and we will.
Last thing, who do you got in the big game today and why?
Niners.
That's short and sweet. Sometimes you go with the succinct answer.
It's California kid. I mean,
Niners.
Got to pick the Niners. Got to go with his home.
Yeah, but that's
team.
easy. It's a SoCal kid, not a Northern Cal.
You're riding with the estate.
You have to?
Yes.
All right, so I've got to go with the
Show
Chiefs.
some loyalty.
They're from the other side of the state, but I've got to go with the Chiefs.
Yes, you don't even have a team anymore.
No, I don't have a team. You're right. I don't have a dog in the fight. So Harden, we talked about it. You know, there are times when the shot's not flowing, as it wasn't in January for much of the month. There are times when, frankly, he looks terrible. So he keeps shooting. How do you know when he's right other than the result?
Well, look, it's been far and few between the times when James Harden has had a month as cold as his January was.
Absolutely.
So I'm not concerned about that. And this is a guy we're talking about who can not only step back and shoot from distance, Matt, he can get whatever shot he wants. He can get to the line 15 to 20 times a night if that's the way he wants to play. I was less concerned about his January than I am about any other guy who's trying to put up numbers in the scoring column. He's the least of your worries in Houston, him having a bad shooting month.
Zion Williamson with a career-high 32 minutes in this game now, 21 points, 10 boards in his sixth NBA game. And afterward, Alvin Gentry was a little upset because his teammates weren't getting the ball enough. I think we've turned a corner in terms of Zion's role on this team. It's no longer kid gloves. We need this guy to win.
Yes, the training wheels came off after approximately 40 minutes of game action. And I'm with Alvin Gentry. If you got a guy who can get this many easy, unscripted baskets in an NBA game, Matt, you have to continue to feed him until the defense takes those away. So he's absolutely right to be on his team about making sure they get the ball in the right places, which is Zion's hands, apparently, whenever they can.
Yeah. Awfully good. And, again, they're not really running a lot of stuff for him at this point in his career. All right, much more coming up here on Game Time. Stick with us here.